Hello friend, Jim here with JB's Big Adventure coming to you from Lake Chapala, Mexico. Have I got an incredible video for you today? Yes, this is some incredible information. Wow. Before I get to that, if you haven't already, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. It's fast, free, and easy to do. All you got to do is go to the little red box in the bottom right-hand corner, tap on it, you're subscribed, you'll know when our next video comes out. Also, give us one of those thumbs up that lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. All right, so the new newspaper just came out, and right on the front, it says, expat residency in Mexico surges. Well, here's some numbers for you. And I want to make sure that I caveat this, and that is that this is in Mexico. This is not Lake Chapala, but this is in all of Mexico. That the number of U.S. and Canadian citizens obtaining temporary and permanent resident status has jumped over 90% since 2020 of people coming to live in Mexico. In fact, they called it a boom. So North American expats are actually citing that moving to Mexico is due to four main issues: political, social, economic issues. So let me ask you this. If we're talking about politically, would you say if you are a Canadian or if you're an American, would you agree that our country is in turmoil? Now, my belief in this, if I just may share, being a Christian, being a believer, is that things aren't really going to get better until we see the second coming. If you are not a believer, I want you to know that I don't think things are going to get better. There was something else that was just mentioned just recently, and that is that Putin is taking away the sanctions that have actually been kind of left them away when it comes to nuclear war. Now, I know that in the States, there hasn't been much that's been helping, I guess the word would be, keeping that at bay. Just our world's changing. Our world's changing. I mean, we've had everything from, China spy balloons that have floated into Canada and into the States. And it isn't just one, but there's been quite a few. They've been shot down. There really hasn't been a whole lot of information that's been shared what that's all about. But isn't that amazing? Think back 5 years ago. Think back 10 years ago. 15 years ago. I can remember growing up and going to my grandparents' house and watching the Wide World of Disney as a kid. Wholesome television. Being raised a preacher's kid. I got introduced just to the good stuff. Now, I can still remember also watching cartoons. And I can cite quite a few of them. But isn't it amazing, even the difference that there is on our television, I would say, between both countries. So politically, there's real turmoil right now. And I know there's been the talk about going to war. And there could be a huge mass exodus out of the States into Mexico because Mexico is neutral. I don't want to get that far into politics. I just want to let you know that Mexico is noticing that there's been a huge boom of expats. That's from the States and also from Canada, moving into Mexico. Now, the majority of those that are moving, I should say, the highest percentage of those that are coming into Mexico are in Mexico City. They're strewn all along the, I would say, the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Pacific Ocean. Hey, I got to tell you, I graduated in the top 25 of my senior graduating class, but don't get impressed. There was only 25. College wasn't looking for me. As a matter of fact, there are people that actually graduate with a salutatorian and valedictorian and all that kind of stuff. I graduated, thank the Lordy. So, without getting into deep politics, just there's a lot of people exiting. And the highest amount of those that are exiting a country is actually Canada. Canada has the largest amount of expats leaving. Now, when it comes to Lake Chapala, there are 1.5 million Americans that live in Mexico. The highest concentration of those Americans are here at Lake Chapala. There's several reasons for that, and I'm going to share it just in a second. Let's take a look at the social views. I don't know how to really say it, but it's just amazing the way our world and our country is at today. Again, being raised a Christian, being raised a preacher's kid, you know, they're talking to kids that are 6 years old. It's like in first grade about gender. It's one of those things that, you know, I really feel for parents, because we're at a time where it's not easy to raise a child. In fact, all you parents out there that are raising kids today, my hat's off to you, because I know it's not an easy thing. I know that this world's just changed so much, and the stuff that was really important back years ago has changed dramatically today. Barbara's family used to be in the carnival business. And Barbara remembers as a little girl, you know, being the one that stirred the cotton candy on the paper funnel that they had. Where are carnivals today? I mean, you hardly see them. And think about it. Kids are growing up today. Barbara and I were at a restaurant here just recently, probably within the last 6 months. And there was a little boy inside one of the restaurants, and we were able to see a certain table and all being used for preparing and storing some things. And there was a little baby down below, and I say baby, that had a phone in their hand. You know how old that kid was? Between 1.5 and 2 years old. Now, we asked somebody that wasn't the parent, and they said it was between 1.5 and 2 years old. Playing on a cell phone. That's incredible, just to know where our world's gone. Social. Look at Facebook. Look at social media and how much it has changed the world. You know what's interesting? When you pull up Facebook, and it's called Facebook, I believe that our world is changing so much, and there are people that are so concerned that, one, they probably don't put a picture of themselves as their Facebook icon. And then there's those that probably put on their pictures of something else. Picture of their cat. It's called Facebook. Because I think there's a lot of people today that just have a fear about public, about what goes on. So the social aspect of our countries. Economic. Barbara and I, when we came to take a look at Chapala, now I'm the guy that said back when we got married 8 years ago that I was not moving to Mexico. I says, no way. When somebody shared about coming to Mexico, I said, not going to Mexico. And then I had a friend call me and say that they were looking at moving here, and this is somebody I really respected as a pastor, and we became very, very close friends. And it was Steve and Cheryl that actually encouraged me, Barbara and I, us, to really look into coming to Lake Chapala. And as those of you that have been following the channels, Barbara and I moved here, and in December of 2021, we'd only been here for like 6 months. And Steve and Cheryl passed away of COVID. I really miss them. But the economic, just what's happening in the country. I don't think I have to say a whole lot about it. Everybody knows everything's going up except income. And I heard a long time ago that if your outgo exceeds your income, then your upkeep will be your downfall. That couldn't be more true today. So the economic impact, why people are moving to Mexico. Other issues, I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. There are people that just don't want to be around people the same anymore. There are people that are so tired of being sick and tired of the fast-paced life. So those who become disenchanted are coming because of the low cost of living. In fact, the paper talked about that really big, just a low cost of living. Coming here and being able to live a better life because it doesn't take the same amount as it does in the States. Here you're going to find a relaxed pace of life. Barbara and I, when we went to Albuquerque the last time we were there, which was in September for my mom's birthday, she said we looked so relaxed. In fact, Barbara, we went to church and Barbara got told by several different people, we looked so relaxed. I've got a couple here right now that are from the States, from Southern California. And they talked about the fact that their high blood pressure has changed just in the short time of being here. High blood pressure. And they get here and it's already decreasing. They haven't even been here a week yet. The relaxed pace of life, just being able to unplug. The culture, embracing the culture, living at a lake, being a mile high, fresh air, mild temperatures. It's an eternal spring. We're talking about temperatures of between 68 and 72 degrees year round on the average. That's incredible. It's an incredible place to be. So I thought this would be very interesting for you because it came out, it was the heading in the paper here in Guadalajara. And when we're looking at the number of people that are wanting to move here has jumped and boomed to over 90% since 2020. That's amazing. Here's what I can share with you. If you're watching this video because you're looking for peace, I think you'll find it here. I've made a really good friend here. Her name was Melody. And Melody and I spent some time together. We actually went and she got a chance to see Lake Chapala. And we went down and sat at just a bench at the lake. And I says, what does this mean to you? What does it say to you? How do you feel? And she said, peace. I know everybody has their reasons for wanting to look at making a change in their life. But I want you to know that this is an incredible place to be. Incredible place to be. Barbara and I are making some incredible friends. It so happens that those friends are people that are coming and that I'm sharing, I'm with my relocation service. We're spending time, and we've made some incredible friends. And it's been because of the fact of spending time with people and helping people. So I want to share that with you. Expat residency in Mexico surging to over 90% since 2020. Wow. Hope it's been helpful for you. Maybe it'll offer you the opportunity of looking deeper into why people are moving to Mexico. And if you want to, feel free to reach out to me. I'll do what I can to answer any questions and be of service to you too. So, well, friend, if you haven't already, I hope that this has been helpful for you. And if you want to be able to know more about Lake Chapala and know the truth and get valuable content for your watch time, I'd like to encourage you, if you haven't already, to subscribe to the channel. It's fast, free, and easy to do. There's a little red box in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Tap on it, you're subscribed, and you'll know when our next video comes out. Also, give us one of those thumbs up. Lets other people know it's a great video to watch about retiring to Lake Chapala. Stop by and say hi, ask a question, leave an idea for a video, and make sure, too, that you hit the bell, because that way you'll be immediately notified when the next video comes out, and you don't want to miss the next video. So with that, as always, thank you for supporting this channel, being a part of this community. Have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next video.